What it do? What it do? I am Donald Morton, founder of Remain. Good morning to y'all. Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. has just entered the black room, so we will see him in just one moment. And as a matter of fact, let's just show you his morning routine. Like this is what happens behind the scenes that you guys don't know. Um, we'll just wait on him to untangle
No, right?
his yeah this if we had the Jeopardy music, we would play it. We had the Jeopardy music, we would play it.
Say,
Um,
do,
but
do, 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 do. That was my
I
show,
expected
man.
that
Love
you
Jeopardy.
I expected that you would be wearing a Ravens hoodie today.
Oh nah. We I gotta get me a Ray. I don't have a hoodie. I gotta get me a hoodie though. I do want me a
You don't
Ravens
have a
hoodie.
hoodie for Ravens?
Nah, I don't have one, bro.
I
Nah.
thought
I
you
don't have.
did,
I
bro.
don't have. No, I don't have a hoodie. I don't have a sweatshirt, and I don't have a I do have a. Do I have a t-shirt? Nah, I don't have a t-shirt either. I have I have the two jerseys. No,
Oh, you
I'm
have
sorry.
jersey.
I do have a do have a Ravens t-shirt. It's the long sleeve t-shirt. I do
I
have a
don't
long
know.
sleeve.
Oh, so it must have been a jersey that you came on with.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It's been a jersey.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Dwight Robinson said you a fool for that. Yeah, I just want to show him. I just want to show the world, man, what behind the scenes things looks like before Dr.
uh,
McKenzie Jr. comes on and he's all polished and he's dropping nuggets and all of that. This is this is the routine. This is what we get before he actually comes on stage. So, good morning, people. We are back on Grown
it's
Man Podcast.
Monday.
It's Monday, and I will be putting yeah, I'm taking you behind the veil, bro. You guys are VIPs. Dwight Robinson, you're a VIP. I want to take you behind the veil so that you can see what is happening behind the scenes when we're all here.
See, it ain't all glitz and glamour.
Good morning, brothers from Michigan. Outstanding, Michigan. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. Let us know who you are, bruh. Um, because we can't see your name. As you see, we only see Facebook users, so we want to be able to properly acknowledge you. So thank you for hanging out with us. Everyone who is hanging out with us this morning. It is Monday. Um, and I have some bittersweet news today. I don't know how y'all gonna take it. Probably the same way you took it when I told you the year would be hard. Um, Willie McMillan said that's Willie McMillan. Willie McMillan is actually in Alabama, but he's in Detroit or in Michigan at least, working with some clients. So thank you for hanging out, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor, everybody. Share, like, comment, hit at, highlight at everybody at whatever it is that you need to hit. We need you to hit all of that. Invite every person in the room. Tramel Epps, what's happening, man? Good morning to you. Um, yeah, for those of you that don't know, my wife, you probably do know, she had surgery, so she's not been here. She's not been at work. She's been here. Today is the first day she's back to work, and yeah, I kind of miss her. So you're not gonna see her on here. Doesn't mean anything's wrong. You know, how people, Leroy, will immediately. come up with some conclusions. Like they must be
Yep.
beefing.
They start talking
They
about you.
start talking. Cat Williams. Cat Williams start talking. There's nothing wrong. She is at work and she has a pretty demanding schedule or job, so she most likely will not be here. Um, so I want to say good morning. This is Tramel. I listen, man. You my guys, so we can shoot straight. Everybody that knows me knows I do my best to shoot straight. Um, the problems with the Philadelphia Eagles remain constant. And if they don't want it, like if they genuinely don't want it, I'm a just go down 20. I'm a drive down 20. I don't even know whether that's the right direction because I'm new to Atlanta, right? But I'm gonna ride. Leroy said I'm not from Atlanta, but I am. Today I'm from Atlanta. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna ride down 20 and I'm going to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and I'm gonna buy as much red and black as I possibly can. And I am going to be an Atlanta Falcon by this time next year.
You gonna take a picture in front of Mercedes Benz Stadium? Someone over here.
This is go.
Hold on, wait a minute. Back up a second.
Huh? Huh?
Back up a second.
The
What
merch
what is
has
that?
dropped. Y'all
What
didn't
is that
feel
I
y'all,
see?
y'all didn't feel the merch drop last week on
What?
Saturday. Yeah, the
What?
merch drop. This is the new hoodie. Those of you that were on our brand reveal and masterclass, you remember that we were doing some things differently, and so this is the look. It feels so good. Just feels so good. Tomorrow you will see me in my cap as well, so that you see both things. Everything getting branded. The dog, the fish, everything getting branded.
He
Remain.
said, not the fish,
Yeah, the
not the
fish.
fish.
I'm a brand the fish. This is a place where they have a lot of animals and stuff. Not like quite like Tulsa, Oklahoma, where my wife is from, but a lot of. I'm branding everything. My wife and I getting tattoos. She's already said, "Hey, can I put L for Remain Lady?" No, ma'am. You cannot mess with the brand. The brand is the brand, so you cannot mess with the brand. Tramel says, "I think it's the new offense and defense coaches. They're going to be trash for a while. Yeah, then they should. Yeah, yeah. Whatever it
You ain't
is.
you ain't a you ain't a real fan.
Who
You
me?
ain't a real yeah, you ain't a
No,
real
no, I'm not.
fan.
No, I'm not.
He
Anybody
said,
that knows,
I ain't sticking with nobody.
uh, uh, I'm
You ain't what Chris Brown said, ain't loyal.
Listen, as you and I have discussed in times past, I'm absolutely good with a trash team. I'm good with a team that doesn't do well. I'm not ever going to
Mm,
be good with a team that ain't
yeah,
hungry.
yeah,
I
you
don't
did
know how
say
to I
that.
don't know how to
Yeah,
ride with that.
yeah,
You're gonna have to put in some effort. And I
yeah.
think I think a couple of the commentators on ESPN sharing today that Jalen's hurt. So some of it may be the fact that he's been injured. Um, I know he is not playing like his normal self. And for those of you that have been hell bent on saying we paid him too much money too soon, man, miss me. If the dude has been playing well, for whatever reason, he's not playing well, and there's a reason. So I'm not going to jump ship right now because there's a reason. Like I don't like his disposition, Tramel. I don't like the fact that I don't see passion in his eyes. Like I like my team to inflict pain on the opposite team. I like a team who sees a weakness and they try to exploit that weakness. I like a team who sees that the quarterback is injured and they gonna permanently injure him. That's the way I like football to be played. Probably because I never played. I
You
never.
want to take somebody's career away, bro. You like, don't. I want to.
Listen. I'm a make sure that he thinks twice about the position that he's playing. If I'm,
That's what
if,
Kobe said. Kobe said, I want you to annihilate you. I want you to make
I'm going. If
make
I'm
you
a,
think about the choice that the decision that you made in playing basketball. I was like, dog,
yes,
Kobe.
yes, yes, yes. I want to make you think twice about, did I really suit up, knowing that this might happen to me. Yes, that is the position that I like to play. And yes, for those of you that wonder whether or not I liked the fact, uh, who was it that played yesterday, Leroy, and they scored at the end of the game after the game was already over. The game, the game.
It might have been the Cowboys because they played. I was
No, it
just
wasn't the
like,
Cowboys. Anybody
oh,
see? Anybody see? Uh,
or Detroit. Was it the Detroit game? Because they showed that one here. I don't know what games were playing down there. They showed the Detroit game up here too.
let me see if I can find it, man. Oh, it was the Falcons. The Falcons coach was upset after Saints said the Saints, the game was already out of reach.
Oh, okay, okay.
And the Saints they scored again. So
They was like, we don't care.
that's the kind of stuff I like, right? Like I'm gonna make you upset. I'm gonna make your family upset. Everybody gonna be upset, right? So this is the way they did it though, Leroy. If you didn't see it, go back and check it out, right? What they did was they lined up after, I mean, the game was over. They lined up in victory formation, right?
Oh,
Take a
okay.
knee,
Mm.
and they ran the ball.
Oh, see, now that's foul. Yeah, that's unsportsman right there. That you don't do that.
Leroy, they ran the ball,
Wow.
and the coach came out like at the end of the game when you're supposed to shake hands. The coach came out from Atlanta. He ready to fight, like F you.
Yeah.
Why would you do? And my man was
Yeah.
like, listen. And here's what happened though. Jamel said, right, keep scoring. I'm gonna keep scoring.
Yeah, but you don't line up in victory formation
You don't
and
line
and
up at,
and
but
yeah,
this is
you
what
don't do
happened.
that.
This is the
Yeah.
fairness of it. This is what happened, right? Because Leroy get upset. Right?
You
This is
don't
what
do
happened.
that, man.
The coaches call a play that included victory formation,
Okay.
and they were supposed to kneel. The players on the field overrode what the coaches said. They said we
we
gonna
going
score.
we gonna do it
So
anyway.
there was a player that they wanted to get a touchdown. So what
Okay.
the guy said is, they said that the reporters asked him like, what's the deal? Why would you do that? And he said the play was victory formation. That's what came in from the sidelines. It was a team decision to let my
Yeah,
man run
but
the ball in.
you don't embarrass your coach. Now that make the coach look bad. He ain't got no
Well,
control over his locker room.
bruh.
Oh, yeah, if that was my dad, they'd be even the season over, they still be running tomorrow. They'd be in practice today, running all day today. You ain't doing nothing else but running. You think y'all gonna come in here and do something other than what I told y'all to do? Oh no.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Else they like, nah, nigga, get this score,
Right.
run the
Oh,
ball.
that's foul.
Oh, bruh,
Yeah.
it was the funniest thing in the world to see the
Oh
coach like,
wow.
and the other coach was like, my man, I didn't make that decision. That that
Yeah.
that wasn't me. So I will
Yeah.
handle that, but I didn't make that
That
decision.
wasn't him. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But so a couple of the commentators said, look, I have no problems with them scoring. Stop the score. But to your point, don't line up in victory
Yeah.
formation if you're not going to kneel,
If you're
right?
not gonna kneel,
Just
right?
line up in I formation, let the
Yeah.
dude run the ball, whatever the case may be, and step into that. So yes, So, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., I know that you get off of here at 11 o'clock on Monday,
Yeah.
so we want to make sure that we put the hoods up early. But before we do, how are you feeling about going into the playoffs? And what are we going to do? What exactly are we going to do after football season? Because I have
Well,
no
I don't know
idea.
about you. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna watch basketball because you still got the NCAA
It ain't the
tournament, March
same.
Madness. You still got the
Oh, March Madness. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, still got the I don't watch the NBA as much as I used to. I'm just not. It's just the players are gone, bro. All them
Players
players
are
I grew up
gone,
with.
Leroy.
Kobe was probably the last one. I mean, I like watching. I will say Steph is probably my favorite player now,
I like watching Steph.
but yeah, I like Steph, but it's not, man. They have no defensive. They have no defense. The offense is running picks and shooting threes. That's it.
That is the NBA right now, without question.
Yeah, I'm
It
just
is the
like, no,
NBA.
dude. I
Um,
need some dudes throwing elbows down in the
yeah,
paint.
yeah. I need some Bill Lambiers. Right, Bill Lambier was the dirtiest player
Oh, that
in the
whole team, the
world.
bad boys was just dirty. Period. That whole
Absolutely,
team.
bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So hey, I want to take a poll real quick, Leroy, before we put the hoodies on, man. I want to take a poll real quick. How many of you would be really upset if I became a Falcons fan? I want to take. I promised my son. Like, I love it here. I love Atlanta. I really, really do. I love Atlanta. Um, Marvin Harris Jr. said Draymond is trying to give y'all the old. Yeah. Draymond. Draymond.
He's dirty though too. He's a dirty player. Draymond's a dirty player. He's that Bill Lane B of today, if you will. He the Bill Lane B of
Oh,
today.
oh my
Yeah.
God, bro! It's funny though, because he acts like nobody saw what he just did.
Right.
Like he's stuck on the dude's nuts, or he'll swing around and punch the dude in the face and then go down back like what? like
Right. Like what? I ain't do nothing. What?
like nobody was in the stadium. Like
Right.
there are no refs.
Like what
Uh,
Eddie Murphy say? It wasn't me. He say that. Or
it was
what?
Eddie.
Yeah,
It wasn't me.
yeah, it wasn't me. That wasn't me. You know.
Jamel said that dude needs to be with the WWE. Yeah, absolutely,
Right.
absolutely. Yeah. But we need. I don't know what it is, Leroy. I don't know, man. Basketball just isn't. I mean, I guess to your point, right? Basketball isn't what basketball used to be. It's a run and gun kind of thing, and that's why I love the NFL. But to your also to your point, I love college football more than I love the NFL.
Really.
Oh
Yeah, I've ne-
man,
I've watched more college football this year than I have before because I usually don't really never really I didn't really like college football, but I've watched it this year more so. And I'm gonna watch the game tonight. Definitely want
I'm
to
gonna
see
watch the game tonight.
that Michigan Washington game is gonna be good. That's gonna be
Yeah,
a really good.
yeah,
That's gonna be a good game.
because
So
they
I'm looking
hungry.
forward to see.
They're hungry. They're hungry.
Mm,
Look,
right.
Marvin Harris Jr. I just asked a question, Marvin. I didn't say I was moving. I just asked a question. How many of y'all would be upset? Here's Marvin. Oh boy, here you go. Bro, you went from Eagles to Dallas to Eagles and now considering the Falcons. Marvin, can I just tell y'all this? I've never ever been. I'm from Marv. I'm from Delaware. You from Delaware, bro? We from the same spot, and there's a certain level of excitement that I have in having my own team now. Right? There's a certain level of excitement that I actually have a professional team. Right? I have a professional basketball team. I have a professional baseball team. I have a professional football team. We got a great college team. Like, yeah. So Marvin said, "Love you, man. I love you more, bro. I'm just asking the question. I'm like, would y'all be just really upset if I just showed up? Maybe I should take Leroy. Maybe I should just take a year off and not root for anybody, and then pop out with black and red at the game. And I gotta tell you, Marvin said agreed, but I refuse to ride with these Falcons. Listen, man.
Didn't the Falcons make the playoffs?
Nah, we missed it.
Okay, because they lost to the Saints
Or they
yesterday.
missed it. Let me clarify. they missed it.
Okay, I thought they got in even because I thought they had won yesterday because I hadn't but I
Nah, they
hadn't looked the
they
scores.
lost
Okay,
yesterday to the Saints,
got you.
and
Okay,
so our hopes, of making the playoffs
got you.
are dashed. But
Yeah, I'll
we'll
tell
see who
you
we
that.
get as a quarterback next year. We might be able to do something real special next year. But I think I'm gonna take a year off, Leroy. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a year off. You're not gonna hear me talk about football. I'll let Leroy talk about football, and I'll tell him I have no interest really in any team. And then in 2025, I'm gonna Marvin said, Leroy, don't give him a reason. They didn't make it in. they didn't make it in.
I was thinking that they were going to be playing the Eagles. You know how that 4-5 play. You know the 4-5 usually plays each other. That's what I was
I
thinking for
think we
some
play the
reason.
Buccaneers.
Yep,
I think Philly
in
plays the
in
Buccaneers.
Tampa,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Tampa.
yeah. And we'll lose, and then my season will be over, and I can go into rebuild. Because not only do football teams go into rebuild, this is my answer to you, Marvin. Not only do football teams go into rebuild, where you just kind of figure out what you're going to do, you tear it all down, you rebuild it. So do fans, and I need to go through a rebuild. I need to go through a rebuild, and I might just get traded. I might. I asked my son this. Leroy, answer this for me. Marvin, answer this. Tremel, answer this for me. Uh, Robinson, answer this for me, man. I asked my son because my son is a Dallas fan through and through. So I asked my son this. I said, "Son, if you were playing, if you were coaching, right, and you because this is a real scenario. Before we put the hoodies up, because I just feel like having fun today. I got my new hoodie on. I got my new Remain merch on, and y'all need to order yours. We got a bunch of stuff: sweatsuits, black tote bags, mugs, yeah, everything. Leroy called my tote bag a purse. He said, "Bruh, is that a purse?" I said, "Nah, nigga, ain't no purse. this is my, it's
Oh,
my tote."
so it looked like one of them big purses at the when we were around. Dudes be doing that now. You looking at the dudes in the NBA, bro. They be carrying them. They want to try to call them man purses. Nah, bro.
No,
That's
it's
a
not a
purse,
purse. It is my bag. It's my travel bag.
yeah.
Yeah. So Leroy,
That's
thank
nice though.
you.
That's a nice bag though.
Yeah,
That's a nice
yeah. So
bag.
we gonna rock it. The icon will be on it. It's mastery today. It's mastery tomorrow. It's mastery forever. I am after mastery. So before we get into that, let me just tell you this. If Leroy, you were like you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, right? Through and through, Baltimore Ravens fan. Yes, sir, Tremel. We can get you one, man. Just send me that paper, $50, and we'll get your hoodie to you right away. Leroy's has been or is being ordered today. He ordered right on the threshold of the old brand, and so we didn't get him that brand. We got him the new one. Uh, and this, it just feels so good. It's just hugging me. It's hugging me this morning, right? Um, and send it through PayPal, bruh, and then send me your address and your size and all of that. You can go to paypal.me/remand and it'll handle it. So Leroy, you're a fan of Baltimore. Let's put the hoodies up, man, because I can't look at my hoodie today. This is how I'm rolling today. I can't see none of y'all. This is how I'm rolling today, right? My wife asked me last night, "How are you gonna wear your hoodie?" I said, "I'm gonna wear it like this, like Leroy don't like it, so I can irritate him." Right, Leroy. So you're a Baltimore Ravens fan. You let's say you're coach of the Baltimore Ravens fan, right? Or you're coach of the Baltimore Ravens. You get fired or you leave and you choose another team. Like you go to, I don't know, you go to the Indianapolis Colts, right? Do you continue to wear your Baltimore Ravens stuff now that you're part of another team, or do you honor the new place that you're in?
No, that would be disrespectful. I gotta wear the merch of the new team that I'm
That's all
working
I'm
for.
saying. I gotta honor the place I'm in.
Nah, bro,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah,
moved. You
yeah.
just moved. Don't that's the apples and oranges, bro.
catch, catch,
You moved from one city
catch,
to another city. No,
catch,
sir.
catch the revelation.
If I move anywhere, if I would have moved anywhere
What,
outside of Maryland, I'm still a Baltimore Ravens fan. I'm still an Orioles fan.
what Tramel said, nah, bro. I see y'all,
Yeah.
y'all,
No,
y'all.
sir.
This is the problem with y'all today. Like y'all don't have revelation. I need y'all to get revelation of what I'm saying. Tramel. I think he may be. Are you back in Philly, Tramel, or are you still in Delaware? Are you back in Philly? Because he grew up in Philly. So of course he's a Philadelphia, like he knows what it is to have a sports team.
Hmm.
This is a
Hmm.
novelty for me. Like I've never experienced this a day in my life. And when my wife took me to a football game, it's a whole vibe too. It's a party, and it's a
Oh
party in
yeah, absolutely.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's a
Wait till
party.
you
It's a whole vibe.
wait till y'all go to a Hawks game. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna go to a Hawks game. I'm gonna go to a Braves game.
Mm.
I'm gonna go to a Georgia Bulldogs game.
Mm. Now that college one, boy, I know
Ooh,
that. I know that's
all
crazy.
them people.
That's
And this is the
crazy.
other thing, Leroy. I've never been a part of a large city. You
Okay,
gotta
okay.
always y'all gotta give me some grace. Like I've only been a part of an entire state that is less than 1 million people.
Yeah.
So I'm like a kid in a candy store seeing all these black people, huge stadiums, rappers all over the place, celebrities all over the place. I'm like, yeah, I belong here. This is where I'm supposed to be, right? And so these moments that I have when I just want to say, okay, you know, I asked somebody recently, how long before I can say I'm from Atlanta? They say, yeah, you have a while. Marv, how long you been here? Marv, how long you been here, man? And do you say you're from Atlanta, or do you still say you're from Delaware? What do you say, Marv? And then we gonna talk a little bit, Leroy. I want to hear your position on something that I've recently discovered. Yeah. So when he posts, I'll let you guys know. So here's a deal. Your perspective, listen to me, brothers. Your perspective is everything. Your perspective dictates your pursuits, right? Your perspective dictates your pursuits. Whatever direction you're going in and whatever you're attempting to obtain, um, is dictated by your perspective. If your perspective is off, then your direction is off. Your pursuits are off. Whether or not you actually pursue anything becomes off. So, a part of what I want to just kind of talk to you guys today about is the power of perspective, right? And I want to talk particularly about your perspective around adversity, around challenge, around crisis. Um, if you don't, I don't want to give you a perspective. I really want to tell you mine in hopes that it will challenge yours if yours is different than mine. I want to give you mine in hopes that perhaps yours maybe challenges mine. But one of the things that I have absolutely come to terms with is that adversity and challenge and crisis and obstacles, those things are a part of the human experience. You can't get away from experiencing levels that are that of adversity that at sometimes, if you don't have proper perspective, can be crippling to you. So I want to help you to develop a new attitude as it relates to the adversity that you've been experiencing. And I want to suggest to each of you that the adversity that you've been experiencing, you're only experiencing because life is asking more from you. Life is asking more from you. To whom much is given, life has been given to you. To whom much is given, life has been given to you. And to whom much is given, much is required. It's required. I think we would do better if all of us would embrace this one idea that every challenge, every crisis, every situation is nothing more than life demanding more from you. You're going to have to show up differently. You're going to have a greater capacity. You're going to have to deal with it in ways that you've not dealt with it before. Because the measure of a man, this is what King says, right? The measure of a man is never determined in times of triumph, right? The measure of a man is determined in times of crisis and challenge. So who you are in a moment is not determined when things are good. Who you are in a moment is determined when things are bad. Here's the other thing that I want to be able to talk through with Leroy for the next 20 minutes of our time together. What if I were to tell you that every time a situation arose, every time a challenge hit, every time a crisis was in place, it was only there because life trusts you to handle it? That if you weren't trustworthy to deal with the crisis would have never come your way. That if you weren't trustworthy in dealing with crisis, if you weren't trustworthy in dealing with challenge, if you weren't trustworthy in dealing with obstacles, if you hadn't had a track record of being able to rise to the occasion over and over again, if that never happened, then crisis and tragedy and challenge would not be at your doorstep. What if your perspective changed and you began to think about crisis differently? You no longer ask the question, God, why would you do this, or why would you allow this? You begin to celebrate clearly the new capacity, the stretched capacity that you have, and the evidence of the fact that your capacity has been stretched is the new level of crisis that comes. And what you don't understand always is the fact that the truth is we have a habit of the woe is me complex before we have a habit of the grow is me complex. The woe is me complex always asks the question, why this happening to me? The grow is me complex always suggests this is happening to me so I can grow, I can develop, I can advance. So comfort and convenience can never help you grow. Challenge and controversy, crisis and controversy helps you to grow. Let me give it to you one more time. Comfort and convenience never helps you grow. You never grow when you're comfortable. You never grow when things are convenient. You only grow during moments of crisis, challenge, and controversy. And I want to know whether or not you are willing to embrace adversity. There are three things that we always talk about here in Remain. You got people that talk about IQ all the time. IQ is your intellectual quotient, right? Your ability to think through a thing. EQ is your ability to feel through a thing. AQ is your ability to grow through a thing. Think through a thing, feel through a thing, grow through a thing. And all I'm suggesting is all of the data says that thinking through a thing is good, but it ain't the game changer. Feeling through a thing they thought was the game changer, they found out that ain't the game changer either. The only game changer, gentlemen, is your ability to grow through a thing, and growing through a thing requires adversity. So what if when adversity came, you began to praise God instead of slump your shoulders? What if when adversity came, you stopped asking the question why you got to go through it and clearly understand that there's something on the other side of this that you would never have been able to obtain if you didn't go through this adversity? And I think, Leroy, before I'm turning it over to you here, man, I want you to talk through it with me. I think a part of what has failed us is this lifestyle thinking that everything is supposed to be smooth and sweet all the time. The older saints used to tell us in the church, there are three positions that all of us hold. One position is you're in an adversity. Another position is you've been in an adversity. The last position is you're on your way to an adversity. But whether either of the three are happening, you got to understand adversity is your friend. Adversity is the tool that God uses to grow you, to develop you. And the church used to tell us, listen, when you in something, it's because you done something wrong. You done made God mad. All of these different thoughts that had nothing to do with the reason why you're in adversity. You're in adversity because adversity is a part of everyday life. You can't escape it. And the way that you handle it will determine what happens for you on the other side of it. Let me give you this last quote, then I'm gonna turn Dr. Leroy McKenzie loose. Y'all like y'all, this is what happens when you got a new logo and you repping a new brand. You get revelation. What if I told you that the things that happened did not happen to you? What if I told you that the things that happened for you? They were to your benefit. They were in your favor. And although it seemed like it was something, the worst thing happening in the world. What's up, Johnny Bazemore? Good morning, bro. I'm here to tell you that your greatest testimony, your greatest story is when you've triumphed over something. And life will always provide for you something to conquer, an obstacle to overcome, an adversity to overcome. Leroy, what do you think about embracing adversity as a tool for growth instead of running from adversity like it's something that we should attempt to avoid?
Well, I think that if people would take that mindset, I think it would be you would have a lot more people who would be a lot further in their life when it comes to that. Because, like you were saying, adversity, we can grow from having positive things in our life, and we've got to have the positive things in our life, and those are great. But what moves us to grow are those tough times. We both had we both had tough parents. We
Right.
had parents that look. My father told me this. He said nobody owes you anything. Nobody's going to give you anything. And I remember, and I'll never forget the lesson. And I think I've told it before, where I was going out for the basketball team. This was the JV squad, because this is my freshman year, and he was the JV basketball coach. So I'm going out for the team, and it was me and this other guy that was going out for the point guard position, right? So we go out, and I know that I'm better than this dude. I know I was better than him, right? But my father starts him. And even other guys on the team were like, "How come you're not playing? How come he didn't start you?" I was like, "I don't know." So we get we get maybe a game or two in, and then he starts me, and so I got up the courage to ask him one night. I asked him, I'm like, Dad, you how come you didn't start me, now you start me over him? And he told me this. He said, I knew you were better. I knew you were better than him. He said, but he said, I wanted you to know that you were better than him. He said, but I wanted the other players to know that you were better than him as well. And I wasn't just giving you anything. That just because you were my son doesn't mean I was going to give that spot to you. You were going to have to earn it. And adversity gives us the ability to be able to feel as if we earn something. It's just like
That's
with
so
you.
good, bro. That's so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
With
Hey,
with
hey,
you
hey.
with
I just want to interrupt and say hey to Emmett Charles. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you, man. Emmett Charles just going through recent adversity as well. So what you're
mm,
saying absolutely resonates. Let me give what Keith Lewis says. I agree with you, brother. I've had so much adversity, challenges, trials through my life, and I've overcome and grew from each one. I do believe that you're given the adversity because you're equipped to deal with it, overcome, and grow from it. Without question, man. Without question. Go ahead, Leroy.
no, but even with that, I've carried that throughout my life, that
Yes, sir.
lesson.
Yes, sir.
And it was a part of my personal life as well as my professional life, because when I was in corporate America, those were things that I had to first face adversity, knowing that there were going to be things that I was going to have to be that I was going to be challenged with. And if I hadn't learned that lesson, I would have probably cowered down. You know what I'm saying? Saying ran away from it. But because of that, I've always been willing to face adversity and take it head on. And even the example I was thinking about as you were talking about this was with you with with Coach Walt.
Yeah.
Um, and he gives you things so that our bodies with weightlifting. I don't know how much you lift weights, but if you stay at a particular weight for a certain period of time, your body gets used to lifting that weight.
Yeah.
It becomes easier. The
Yeah.
workout that we do, it becomes easier. It's easier for me to do my walk now than it was when I first started back walking.
Yeah.
Because the body builds up the resistance to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It expands.
Yeah.
And that's how we expand our mind. That's how we expand the experiences with the experiences that we have. That's what makes us better, is by taking those experiences, learning from them, and like you were saying, and I loved what you said, increasing our capacity. Because
Absolutely.
because now we don't go back to the same way that we were, because we've been through those
Absolutely.
things. And honestly, I think that's what's missing in this today's generation. They haven't had those tough times. They haven't had that resistance, those obstacles. Because I saw this thing. um, it was something that somebody had posted. They were like, this generation doesn't, I don't know if it was you or not. They were saying they don't know how to they haven't experienced something. I forgot. I can't even remember what it was right now. But it was like, y'all don't know struggle. Everything, to give you to be able to handle certain experiences.
Yeah,
When
because struggle is this negative word, right?
Yeah.
People have we've grown up in a society, particularly as it relates to men, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., where we've had struggle and difficulty and challenge as negative words.
Hmm.
And we try to rescue young men from the opportunity to be resilient.
Hmm. Hmm.
right? So we don't want our young men. We make statements like, "I don't want them to go through anything I had to go through." Well, what? Wait. If you don't prepare them to go through it, then when they hit it, not if they hit it, when they hit
It's
it,
when they hit it. Yep.
they will not know how to respond.
Yep.
Right? So my mother did not rescue me from difficulty.
Yep.
Now, there were some things that she did. I remember she paid a child support payment for me so I wouldn't go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
for brothers who are dealing with child support, I know that. I know what it is to stand before the judge and tell the judge, lock me up. And the judge say, so ordered.
Yeah.
I know what that's like.
Did you real quick? Did you see um Nia Long and what's his name, Udoka?
Uh-huh.
They had a settlement for their
Okay.
custody and child support. Guess how
Okay.
much his monthly child support is?
How much?
32.5
Thirty-two
a
thousand
month.
five hundred dollars a month.
A month.
Yeah. And the child don't need that. That's the child don't need that. There's only so many Fruit Loops and right Rice Krispies. There's only so much that's not about
And the thing
the
is,
child.
she's a working actress.
Yeah,
I
but
looked
I'm
up her.
finding out more and more working actresses don't make no money.
Yeah, but I looked up her net worth. She's worth 20 million.
Yeah, yeah.
I know his net worth is probably more than that, maybe, but still,
Maybe not. We don't know.
yeah.
But here's what we've got to. This is a part of the conversation today as well, gentlemen. Look, when you sire a child, you cannot think that siring that child is not going to require a lot from you. And I'm not even talking about whether or not you got money for Pampers and all of that. I'm not talking about that. That's basic stuff. I'm talking about what kind of man are you going to be to that child's mom? Like thinking through what kind of man you want to be and deciding the discipline that is necessary to be that kind of man on the front end. I'm not just talking about, you know, everybody wants to talk about money with child support. That's not all that it is to raise a
Yep,
child.
absolutely. Way
And
more
so
than
what do
money.
you do when life requires more from you? What does that mean? That means that you're testing out of the whole comfort and convenience stage. What do you do when it's not comfortable? What do you do when it's
Mm.
uncomfortable? What do you do when crisis happens? What do you do when it's not convenient? When it's not convenient for you to get up in the middle of the night to make sure your child is okay. What do you do? So I just want you to begin to celebrate the adversity, the crisis, the challenge. That's why I like football. It's a warrior sport. It's a warrior sport. It's like you got to overcome fatigue, you got to overcome injury. Back in the day, Leroy, you remember back in the day, man, guys would play. I mean, their bandages would be bloody, their teeth knocked out. That was smash mouth, hard nose football.
Ronnie Lott. I remember they said Ronnie Lott one time. His I think he broke his finger. He was like, pop that joint back in, wrap it up. I'm going back in the game.
Going back in the game.
Kobe did the same thing too. He came to the sideline one time, and I think it was his shoulder had been knocked out of
No, it was his
joint.
finger. It was his finger
What's his
too.
finger too?
And
Okay,
his
yeah,
coach pulled his finger.
yeah. He pulled his finger. Kobe went back in the game.
Went back and played the game. Went back and played the
It,
game.
it's
Mike
a dude that
Jordan.
shot his.
Mike
He
Jordan got
shot.
a fever. Go back
Yeah,
and play the
100.
game. He
Yeah,
gonna play the
Kobe had it.
game
Kobe shot a free throw on his torn
on his
Achilles
torn
when his torn.
Achilles. I got to play the game. So, brothers, here's what we're saying. what is going to come to you where you're going to have to make a decision? I still got to play the game. I can't let my teammates down. I didn't sign up to be a father just when things are convenient. I got to play the game.
Wait a minute. Like you tell me, hold up. Whoa,
Leroy,
wait. Say that again, bro.
I
Don't
didn't
skip
sign up to
past
be a
that.
father I didn't sign up to be a father unless something happens that's inconvenient or uncomfortable. No, I signed up to be a father in the face of inconvenience and being uncomfortable. I got to play the game. My son needs me, even when me and mom ain't really seeing eye to eye. I got to play the game. I got to play the game. I got to stick in with a marriage. I've been married multiple times. So people say to me all the time, man, what gives you a right to talk about marriage? You've been married and divorced several times, because I finally learned, first of all, I ain't want any of them to end. Second of all, though, I finally learned you got to play the game. You got to show up in the adversity. You got to fight through it. Whatever you got to do, you got to fight through it. My man Keith is about to be married. I don't think he's married yet. I think he's about to be married. And when he says, I do, here's what we miss. Yeah, I got to play the game, Epps. I got to play the game. I got to play the game. I've learned how to master adversity. I've learned how to master it, how to use it to my advantage. I know how to leverage it. You got to learn how to play the game. So what will you do? My man Keith is about to get married, Leroy. We got 3 minutes. My boy Keith is about to be married to his beautiful fiance, Jade. They're going to get married. And Keith, the only advice I got for you, man, you got to learn to play the game. You still got to play the game. You got to commit to play the game regardless of what happens. You got to show up. Everybody says the vows, nobody believes them. Everybody says the marriage vows, nobody believes them. It's for better for worse, richer for poorer, sickness and in health. But what if I were to share with you, brothers, that the real vow, the real commitment, the real discipline isn't for better, it's not for richer, and it's not for health. Because you can show up easily for those times. The real discipline, my God, the real mastery is when you have the opportunity to show up in sickness, when you have the opportunity to show up, the privilege to show up in poverty, when you have the privilege to show up when things are as worse as they can get. That, my friends, is about character. Character is about how you show up when things are difficult. Whether or not, we said this a couple of days ago, whether or not you're going to let the difficulty change you or whether or not you're going to change the difficulty. So you're going to have to do some things differently. Crystal Fendi Styles Clark, good morning. You're going to have to learn how to leverage adversity. It's a gift to you. It's a privilege to go through adversity and have the ability to grow through it. Emmett Charles said, "It's death do us part, my brother," which I'm going through now, right? He just lost his wife. After standing with her and taking care of her. And you can't tell me that didn't get hard. And you can't tell me, no one wants to talk about how inconvenient it can be to take care of someone who is transitioning. You got to put your life on hold. Let's be real clear. It was inconvenient to go home and take care of my mom. I had a company to run. I had money to make. But it was my privilege to take care of my mother. I wouldn't have it any other way. It was uncomfortable watching that woman transition, but it was my privilege. It was God's gift to me that I could take care of the woman that took care of me for 50 something years. She ain't stopped taking care of me when I was 21. That shucks, she probably started. She probably started taking care of me. So, Leroy, we got about 3 minutes, man. Yes, my privilege. Having adversity is a gift because on the opposite side of adversity is growth. If you want a scripture for Romans chapter 5 around verse 3 and 4 says this. It says, tribulations produce perseverance, and perseverance produce character. But you can't get to character unless you're willing to deal with tribulation, crisis, challenge, stuff that's uncomfortable. Yep. And if there's something that Black men have to learn, is how to leverage the adversity, because we got more than most. So what if I told you, brother, as a Black man, having adversity that is more than most is not a curse, it's a blessing.
Oh, they don't want to hear that though, bro. Giant. He talking crazy there, Donald. You talking crazy. What you mean that's a privilege to have adversity.
To go through adversity. An absolute privilege to go through adversity. That God said, I know we don't like the Job story, but Job didn't volunteer. God said, hey, I got somebody you can't do nothing with. He gonna grow through it all. And at the end of it, I'm gonna give him double for everything that you put him through. Here's the only rule. Don't touch his soul.
Yep, you can't have it.
Can't have his soul. His soul belonged to me. But all the rest of that stuff, you can't do nothing with him. Go ahead, Leroy. It's 10:57, man. I know you got to roll. Go ahead and take your time. Close us out.
Nah, but that's it, man. In 2024, Donald has already said it's going to be hard. Adversity's coming. It's coming. like Dion said, we coming. It's coming. It's going to be here. But the way that we're preparing you for that adversity is to, one, embrace it, and two, be prepared for it. If you embrace it and you prepare for it, you get through it and you grow from it. You move from being this wide to being this wide.
Ooh. And not just this wide, this deep. It's a matter of
exactly.
depth.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So understand that your depth is grows in the adversity. Who you become, who you are becoming, who you will be. Look at that. And just take that mindset. This adversity, this obstacle, who am I going to be after?
Yes.
The adversity, after the obstacle.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to take on that challenge of getting through this. Nah, it ain't going to be easy. But I'm prepared for it and I'm embracing it. So let me do. That was one thing that I loved about my sister, man, that when she had been diagnosed with multiple myeloma cancer back in 95. She lived another 25 years. And I remember talking to her. I'm like, sis, you the life expectancy for that disease is only 5 years. She got an additional 20. Oh, and part of that, and I told her what part of the reason why she was able to do what she did and go on as long as she did, because of her mindset. She was like, nah, this ain't beating me. It ain't beating me. It's gonna have to take me kicking and screaming, because I ain't going.
Wow.
And she didn't go until it was her time to go.
Wow.
She embraced it. Not that she wanted to, but because she took the mindset was, yeah, God got something for me to do through this. So it is. It's the way that you face it, that adversity, those obstacles that are coming, is you got to have your mindset right, but you got to be willing to embrace it, be open to it, and be prepared for it. Just prepare for it and see how much you are able to expand your capacity through it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
listen to me. We got to let Dr. Leroy McKenzie go. And I'm going as well. It's 11 o'clock. He's got another podcast. He doesn't just hang out with us. He's on another podcast, same at 11 o'clock on Mondays. And so we're going to cut it short a little early. Listen to me. Embrace adversity.
Yeah.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. You grow.
Yep.
Every time you're overcoming an obstacle, you grow. If you are interested in getting one of these hoodies, ah, that's so fire. It's so fire. It's so fire.
Alleganza Mac Daddy.
I'm not Alleganza Mac Daddy of the month. What's up? Go to PayPal. We don't have an official landing page set up for it yet. Our website is going through a rebrand, as you know. So you can hit it. You can go to paypal.me/remand. And they are $50. Um, and you can get this logo, or you can get just uh, the icon itself. The icon itself represents mastery. Mastery. Nothing short of mastery, right? You can get a hat, you can get a mug, you can get our new bag. It's not a woman's bag. Don't let Leroy scare you off. It's not a woman's bag, it's a man's bag. Uh, we got socks coming, we got caps coming. It's about to be bananas. So, but right now, get your hoodie. You can get white with black or black with white. You can get a cap with just the icon. Get your merch, get your Remand merch, and get it right away. Go to www.paypal.me/remand. It's $50. Make sure that when you send it, your $50, also send your size and your address so that we can get it to you right away. We want to shorten the length of time that it takes for us to get your products. Last year, we did a horrible job. I am to blame. Horrible job from the time that you order something to the time that it was in your hands. This year, we want to do much better. We want to really surprise y'all. So we're going to do much better at getting your merch to you on time so that you can wear it. All right. Love and respect y'all. Leroy, anything else, man?
No, sir.
All
No,
right.
sir.
All
Gotta
right,
run.
y'all. So we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Deuce.